Hello students, myself Sophia Lobo. In previous video, we studied about features of microeconomics, meaning of microeconomics. Today, we are going to study about features of macroeconomics and meaning of macroeconomics. Macroeconomics is the branch of economics which analyzes the entire economy. It deals with the total employment, national income, national output, total investment, total consumption, total savings, general price level, interest rate, inflation, trade cycle, business fluctuations, etc. Thus, macroeconomics is the study of aggregate. So, in this meaning of macroeconomics, it's clear that in macroeconomics, we studied whole economy at a time, not a single unit, but total output, total economy, total investment, total consumption, all, whole, total we are going to study in macroeconomics. Okay, that you have already studied. It was just recap. So, we will go towards features of macroeconomics. Number one is study of aggregate. Macroeconomics deals with the study of national economy as a whole. It is study of very large economic wide aggregate such as national output or income, total employment, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, total investment, total consumption, general price level, etc. वही पार्ट जो हम लोगों ने डेफिनेशन में पढ़ा, मीनिंग में पढ़ा, that only comes under the study of aggregate. Study of aggregate means, as definition says, macroeconomic studies aggregate whole economy, total economy, not a single economy. Then, second point is lumping method. Here, macroeconomics deals with macro variables and macro quantities like aggregate demand, aggregate supply, national output, etc. that I explained. Unlike microeconomics, it does not split the economy into small slices, but studies it in a big lumps. Thus, it uses lumping method. Here, microeconomics we have studied that it uses slicing method. Why? Because it studies the whole economy in small units, small part. But here in macroeconomics, we studied whole economy at a time. That is why we are studying economy in a big lump, not a slice. Okay. Then next is income theory. Macroeconomics is also known as income theory of income and employment, or simply as income analysis. It basically explains what determines the level of national income and employment in the country and what causes inflation in them. Okay, microeconomics में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था it's known as a price theory, but in macroeconomics it is a income analysis. Why? Because macroeconomics studies whole economy. It studies the level of income, overall level of income, that is national income, employment, total employment. Okay, so here it is emphasizes on total income of a economy. Okay, not an individual. Next, general equilibrium. Macroeconomic analysis is based on general equilibrium analysis. It studies the number of economics variable at a time. Okay, in microeconomics it was partial equilibrium. In that, while studying, we were studying only two variables at a time. But here in macro, while studying economics in a large way, we studied whole economy at a time. It does not ignore the interdependence between variable like microeconomics. Microeconomics में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था कोई तो दो वेरिएबल्स को स्टडी किया जाता है और बाकी वेरिएबल्स को एज्यूम माना जाता है. But here in macroeconomics, general equilibrium analysis means everything depends upon everything else. That is why all the variables are taken into consideration. Okay. Then next is based on interdependence. Now these 2 points are interrelated to each other. Based on interdependence means what? It explains how change in the level of investment in the economy will change the level of output, then employment, income, and will finally lead to the economic growth. So here in macroeconomics, we studied all the variables at a time. It means each and every variable is related, linked to each other. That is known as based on interdependence. जैसे कि मैंने बोला that लेवल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट जो है इकोनॉमी की वो अगर चेंज होती है तो लेवल ऑफ आउटपुट चेंज होगा, आउटपुट चेंज होगा तो एम्प्लॉयमेंट चेंज होगी तो इनकम, एंड फाइनली इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ पे उसका इफेक्ट होगा. सो दिस इज व्हाट एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स अपॉन एवरीथिंग एल्स. दैट इज नोन एज इंटरडिपेंडेंस. क्लियर? नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, पॉलिसी ओरिएंटेड. ये पॉलिसी ओरिएंटेड क्या है? Macroeconomics, accordingly to Keynes, it is a policy-oriented science. Macroeconomics analysis helps in formulating suitable economics policy to promote economic growth, to generate employment, to control inflation, to pull the economy out of depression, etc. Means macroeconomics study करते वक्त whatever economic problems are there in the economy, to find out solution for that, to find out best policy for that, it helps to study the economy. So that is why macroeconomics is known as a policy oriented. Last one is a wider scope. Macroeconomics name says macro means large means big. It study whole economy. That is why scope of a macroeconomics is wider. Clear? तो हम लोगों ने माइक्रो और मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स के फीचर्स पढ़े. इसमें we can study in microeconomics. Microeconomics में study of individual economic unit, slicing method, price theory, partial equilibrium based on assumption, analysis of market structure and limited scope. और मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक्स में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा स्टडी ऑफ एग्रीगेट, लंपिंग मेथड, इनकम थ्योरी, जनरल इक्विलिब्रियम बेस्ड ऑन इंटरडिपेंडेंस एंड वाइडर स्कोप. So that's all for today about features of micro and macro. Hope you understood all the concept. Still, if you have any doubt, please reply in our group. Okay, thank you.